after being at the club for quite some time and what you've been through as well?
Yeah, I think it's pretty rare some of the older boys win it. Like, I'm 30 now, but it's still a massive honour, I guess. Named after Woosha, who coached me early days, but I think it means a bit more to those around me who've helped me along my journey. Like you mentioned, with my knees and all those guys that have put in the hard work helping me get back to playing footy. I think it means a lot more to them about what they've helped me through the last couple of years. So, very honoured.
Is this your best season?
Yeah, I think it's my most consistent season. Yeah, being able to play every game bar one was, I think it's a testament to our medical group, and for them to be able to get me out in the park and play every week was massive.
So, what's changed about your game, do you think, to get you to that next level?
I don't think too much has changed. I've been able to be out there a lot more often. I didn't have surgery at the end of last year, which does help, and to get a full run at the pre-season, I think it was looking pretty bleak after round one when we played and weren't sure if we were going to come back or not, how long that break was going to be. But to come back and still continue to train with Liam Duggan through that break, just one-on-one, and just to be able to use my knowledge of the game. I think spending that time in the coach's box for a couple of years as well helped me pick up little tricks that I could use when I did come back to playing footy every week.
Nic, the personal doubts for you, did you have any, given the severity of the knee injuries and the dimensions that you and the way you play your football, so explosive?
Yeah, I think early days I did. With my first knee, I was a bit worried about if I'd ever get back to the way I played beforehand, but once I did that and I did my second one, I knew the rehab that was involved, and I knew I got to a stage where it was feeling pretty healthy and pretty strong, so I think that took any doubt out of my mind.
Nic, there's so much pressure on you. So you have the knees, there's also the outside. Everyone focuses on whatever you do each and every day. How do you handle that, and how do you do it this year in particular in terms of winning the best and fairest?
Yeah, I think probably since day one it's been happening. Since I was at Swan Districts as a 17, 18-year-old, I think Goss actually presented me my Year 12 graduation award. So for him to do it tonight, 10 or so years later was, just shows how much or how long I've been around and how much I've had to deal with. And I think that's put me in good stead to deal with, the public eye on me all the time. And this year's been hard, but it's been no different to most years in my own respect. Like I'm a homebody, I stay at home and do my own thing most of the time. So, and then go out to try and play footy the best I can. So I think it's helped me to get through this year.
Nic, the top three tonight, you three boys who
Yeah, it speaks volumes. I think the boys, that were the top three tonight were obviously the three of us, and Eric McKenzie were the ones that watched on in 2018 and weren't able to partake in that grand final win. So it just shows how hungry we are as a team, but in particular, I think us three, we're leading the charge. I think I said it before the season started that we'll make sure the boys don't get complacent and help us get a medal around our neck. And although we didn't get it done, I think we can pretty comfortably say that, we put every best effort forward to make sure that happened, and it showed tonight on stage. So fingers crossed we do it and we get a few more guys on board next year, and we're playing more than 1 week in the finals.
When you played that great game in the final against Collingwood, how frustrating was it for you not to be able to go on with it, I guess?
Yeah, really frustrating. I know a lot of guys, you go out there wanting to play well every week, but when you lose by a point, and then I guess to see the Magpies lose the following week the way they did, probably hurt a little bit more. So we'll review a bit more when we come back for pre-season, but I think the guys are still pretty hungry and raring to go again next year, and who knows what that poses and what it looks like, but I know that we'll learn from this year's mistakes.
Do you feel like physically you're still at your peak?
Yeah, physically I feel pretty good. Like I think with my injuries it's probably extended my career a number of years to some degree. Without the bash and crash of playing footy every week, I've been able just to do my rehab. So the body feels pretty good. I think if I continue to be diligent with my rehab and everything I do leading into this year, I'll be right to go for the next few years.
You look like you've honed your Rockcraft a bit too. It's a bit more fire and tune now. You're having greater impact. Maybe not quite as spectacular, but more substance.
Yeah, I think it's more ruck smart. So I think, like you said, more substance to the way I ruck. I was lucky I got to see Dean Cox do it late in his career, and Coxie got slower and a bit wider, but he found ways to trick his opponents or to outwork him and outsmart him as a ruckman. And he's someone I still speak to every couple of weeks for some of his ruck knowledge, but also how to deter others or how to combat others that try to nullify you on game day. So that's going to continue to help me for my last few years of playing footy.
With the off-season, how long do you get, and when do you start training, and when do the team start back again?
Yeah, the young boys are back, I think, early December, and the older guys are back early January. So we've got a long extended period, but yeah, like I said, we don't know what it looks like beyond that. Even pre-season time, we don't know if we're going to be back in small groups again or as a team. So I think this year has prepared us to deal with changes or any uncertainty. So whatever it poses, we'll be ready to go whenever the season commences.
A lot of people do put an asterisk on this season, but how do you see it?
I was one of the guys in the box of if you win a flag this year, it's still a flag. Like, I think, probably if more not than anything, going through everything that all the teams have gone through and sacrifices they've made, it probably means just as much as a premiership does in any other year. So whoever does win it this weekend, I'm sure they're going to say, even if there is an asterisk next to it, that they're still premiership players. One of my good mates, Nathan Broad's going for his third premiership this weekend, so I still reckon he'll come home when he gets a chance to come back into Perth, whenever that is, and call himself 3 times if he does win it. So I don't think there's any real doubt or cloud around that.
Who wins this weekend? You've played against both teams, you've seen them in recent weeks. Who's the team?
Yeah, both great teams. I think Richmond have shown time and time again they can perform on the big stage, but I'm kind of in the party of, if you've already got one, I want the same sort of guys to have the premierships. I don't want too many guys having premierships if I haven't got one. So I'm happy to see Broady win his third, but it is hard to watch. But yeah, I'd rather the Richmond boys win it. But whoever does, they're going to be deserving. Like I said, it's been a hard year, so they're well deserving of the grand final win.